Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video here to cover some great PC game deals that are live right now. All of these are redeemable on Steam. They're not from Steam directly, but you buy these keys and they will redeem directly on Steam from our good friends over at Green Man Gaming, Gameplay, as well as some humble deals to go over. The only drawback from buying from a third-party e-tailer, they're all verified keys. It's just that you don't have the option for a Steam refund. I always like to reiterate that just so you guys know that. But let's get right into it. Again, a lot of quality Square Enix Golden Week deals as of the recording of this video. Nier Automata Game of the YoRHa Edition is in stock. If you're an XP member, it is $16. This is a stupid good deal. Nier Automata is a tremendous JRPG, phenomenal soundtrack, interesting story, tremendous gameplay. It is a Platinum Games title, so you know that you're gonna get some quality action-heavy gameplay. They have Nier Replicant on sale. It's 19 and change. Nier Automata, in my opinion, is the stronger game. Replicant is good, but Automata is on another level, and for this price, it's just really good. It's a game that still holds up in value, so the fact that it is $16, worthwhile pickup here. Next up, Neo The World Ends With You. XP members will have it 60% off for $24. This came out on PlayStation and Switch back in 2021, was an Epic Game Store exclusive for a while, then finally made its way over to Steam. If we can get this on Steam, maybe there's hope for Kingdom Hearts on Steam one day. I don't know. But Neo The World Ends With You is a really good JRPG. Tremendous soundtrack here as well. I don't know if I like Automata's soundtrack or World Ends With You soundtrack better, but they've both got distinct styles to them, and World Ends With You has a really good combat system. I know some people weren't that big of a fan of it, but I like the utilization of the various pins and whatnot. I like the story a lot. Now, there is a first title. It's World Ends With You. This is the sequel, Neo The World Ends With You. You can jump right into it, but some things you won't appreciate as much. There is a World Ends With You anime that's out there. You can watch that, or you could just read a story summary or something like that, and you'll be good to go. But still, from a gameplay standpoint, story standpoint, content there's a lot of. Even if you rush through the game, you're talking about, 35-hour JRPG. And then there's a lot of optional content and whatnot. So yeah, great deal here. XP members can have it for $24. A couple Final Fantasy games. Final Fantasy 12, The Zodiac Age, 60% off for $20. This is one of the underrated Final Fantasy titles. Back in 2006, when it originally came out, it got a great reception, critically, but a lot of the people that played this game did not really vibe with the combat system, and I can understand why. It played a lot more like an MMO-style combat system, which was definitely a bit jarring, especially if you were just playing the mainline Final Fantasy titles. Compare this game's gameplay to Final Fantasy X's, totally night and day, but FF12 I feel like has aged really well. The gameplay is now more appreciated. The story is good, even though it has a lackluster main character in Vaughn. Really, the main character is probably Ash in this game, but nevertheless, $20 for it, I think is a pretty good deal. Definitely do check that out. Final Fantasy VII Remake INTERGRADE, 54% off for $31.91. Tremendous deal on FF7 Remake. I know there's some mixed opinions on this, given that it's only the early portion of Final Fantasy VII that is remade, but they flesh it out so much that I think it's fine, and you still have a sizable amount of content. You're talking about a 40 to 50 hour JRPG. Like, it's a lengthy JRPG still. Visually, it looks great. Nice to finally see it on Steam. Hopefully, FF7 Remake Part 2's turnaround won't be as lengthy, but Sony gonna be Sony and, sign up for their timed exclusivity deals, which I think are whack, but nevertheless, at least we eventually get them on PC. And FF7 Remake is a great title, strong recommendation there. Lastly, right now the star deal over at Green Man Gaming is Remnant from the Ashes. It is 70% off for $11.90. Great third-person co-op title, great gameplay, a lot of replayability in this one as well. I do recommend you to recommend it to a couple friends, have them pick it up, and then you guys can all jump in together and have a good time that way. But a good buy here, and Remnant 2 is in development, so you can check that out when it does drop. Alright, moving on from that, a couple gameplay titles. Capcom sale, looking really good. Devil May Cry 5 and Vergil, 75% off for $7.40. Devil May Cry 5 is an awesome action game, great soundtrack here as well, fast-paced, action-heavy gameplay, and it's not super lengthy, but it is replayable, and I'm not big on the Devil May Cry story, but a lot of people love the lore and whatnot, so, you know, it's got that going for it as well. Runs very, very well on PC as well. Runs really great on the Steam Deck on top of that. Resident Evil 7 Biohazard, 68% off for $6.39 for this is just a stupid good deal. Resident Evil 7 kind of reinvigorated Resident Evil for a lot of people after Resident Evil 6 was lackluster. I know we had a couple of other titles like Revelations and whatnot, and I like Revelations a lot, but Biohazard was a mainstream release that I think a lot of people got behind, and it turned out to be a great title that really had that atmosphere that Resident Evil had been missing for a long time. Incredibly immersive survival horror game. Obviously, check out this, check out the RE2 remake, check out the RE4 remake, check out Resident Evil Village, but you gotta play Biohazard before Village, so bear that in mind. Definitely go play Biohazard. Next up, couple Mega Man titles. Mega Man 0 ZX Legacy Collection, 64% off for $10.85. This has Mega Man 0, 1 through 4, which are GBA titles, and ZX and ZX Advent. ZX and ZX Advent are Nintendo DS games, so it's got that wonky screen setup, but they're really good Metroidvania-style Mega Man games, which those games are super underrated within the grand scheme of the in the grand scheme of the Mega Man titles. ZX and ZX Advent are really forgotten about. 0, 1 through 4 are good, just incredibly challenging, so pack a lunch if you are going through that. I do also want to mention, yes, this is on the pricier side, Mega Man Battle Network Legacy Collection just dropped 17% off for $49.97. This is the cheapest I've seen the game for. Battle Network is a classic franchise that is beloved by so many. However, if you're going into this game franchise and you're a newcomer to it because you've heard about the rave reviews for it, do bear in mind that some of these games really show their age, and I imagine if you buy this collection, you're going to start with Battle Network 1. Battle Network 1 generally is considered to be the worst game in the series. It's very much like the infancy of Battle Network, and there are so many poor design choices in that game that it's not even funny, and it kind of has like artificial lengthening of the game. Like, the game itself is relatively short, but they do tricks and whatnot to try to make the game longer, and it's just not good. It's just not a good game. You can still go through it if you want to know the story, and they have a Mega Buster, a Max Buster mode, I believe it's called, where you just burn through the enemies like nothing, and you know, that does make it a little bit more simple to go through if you want to do that. But then when you get to Battle Network 2, tremendous game. Battle Network 3, tremendous game. Battle Network 4, a lot of people didn't like it. I like the idea of the different forms and whatnot. Battle Network 5 is great. Battle Network 6 I thought was great as well, so 1 and 4 generally considered to be the weakest in the series, but $49.97 for this just came out, and you're getting all of the different versions as well. White and Blue for Battle Network 3, Red Sun, Blue Moon, Team Colonel, Team Proto Man, and then Cybeast Gregar and Cybeast Falzar, so it's a lot of content for your money, all things considered. Lastly, I do want to note, Humble Choice is live right now. Kind of a weaker Humble Choice, especially compared to last month's Death Stranding Director's Cut. You got Warhammer 40k Chaos Gate, Daemon Hunter, Spiritfarer Farewell Edition, Bendy on the Dark Revival, Operation Tango, Windjammers 2, Builder Simulator, Behind the Frame, the Finest Scenery, and the Invisible Hand. So check that out, $12 for all that. And then also, Feel the Rhythm Game Bundle, a music rhythm bundle. Top tier $16, that'll get you No Straight Roads Encore Edition, Beat Hazard 3, Trombone Champ, Soundfall, Melodies Escape 2, Project Arrhythmia, and then Disaster Band. That is $16. The subsequent tiers, like, this $12 for 5 games and then $9 for 2 games. You probably should just go top tier, given the added value. But that is going to do it for me. Links to all of these deals, as always, will be in the description box down below. As always, guys, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.